guys. Started the show late, but we got our Jackson on here. Jackson, you look good with those sunglasses.
Hey,
But your
I
car,
just
you have
wanted to
leather.
pop. Oh, what?
Damn, dude, you're fucked. Do you have all black leather interior in Florida?
Yeah,
How's that?
it's all right. I just wanted to come in here and say real quickly that the Matrix is attacking me, and my eBay was suspended permanently. I'm just kidding about the Matrix, obviously, but my eBay was suspended like 10 minutes ago.
What do you use
And,
eBay for?
The only thing I've ever bought off eBay ever was that stupid, awesome Bay Hill vintage jacket that I never got. Oh, so stupid.
So you got suspended for no reason.
But
How'd you get suspended?
yeah, I don't know, dude. It's the Matrix, man.
Dude, I got my FIFA account hacked into yesterday. Like, dude, it was they sold all my players. It's been a really tough
no way. What is it? You guys are all getting scammed. Do you guys just where do you guys put your phone numbers? I mean, your passwords.
Same one. I have the same one for everything. Yeah, I'm gonna go though.
Okay, boss.
I'll hold it down for you, Jackson or Will.
It's Jackson. I will like to say, Nick, for the first 3 months that I knew Jackson, I called him Will because that's what his YouTube channel was. But he would put on the stream Jackson. Okay, so I don't know how it came to be. One day, I finally asked him, and go, dude, like, why does your thing say Jackson? Like when your YouTube channel's called Will. He's like, well, my name is Jackson. And I felt like the biggest asshole in the world.
He does it to himself. He's done the Will persona. He's gone by that he's created that persona of himself. So no, he's 100% done it to himself. And I remember watching it would say Jackson, and then he would be like you would say Will. It would be so confusing. Like he's
yeah. I had no idea where we were going with that, but all right. You watched last night's games? First off, Ice Trey
in his fucking veins. My God, what a game! I watched way more playoff basketball than I originally thought I would tonight or last night.
I mean, obviously, I'm not going to sit here and be like they're going to win this series now because that'd be preposterous. But they could tie it up. Trey Young scored the last 14 points for the Atlanta Hawks, and there was actually just no answer. What do you think? Like, obviously, I still think the Celtics win.
I mean, like, you've got me on the hope train though with the Hawks.
Yeah,
like you're telling me DeJounte comes back. The Celtics, like Jason Tatum, 1 from 10 from 3. You can't be doing that. I'm sorry, you can't be doing that.
Do they fire if they lose to the Hawks? Do they fire Joe Mazzulla?
That would be so. I mean, yeah, why not? Like. It clearly this team made the championship last year. And to get a first round exit from the Hawks would be pretty disappointing, especially blowing a 3-1 lead. I think it's completely right to fire Joe Mazzulla if that happens.
Well, the reason I say this is me and my friend, we've been talking ever since Nick Nurse missed out on the Houston Rockets job. We're like, Nick Nurse is just taking the year off. But then my friend, he's a Boston diehard Celtics fan. And he's like, this would be a real dark world. I'm like, what? He's like, if the Hawks do beat the Celtics, or if the Celtics get swept by the Sixers in the next round, he's like, I wouldn't be surprised if they just fired Joe Mazzulla and hired Nick Nurse. I'm like, why? He's just like, they already finished the year badly. Like the regular season wasn't great. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They were good for 2/3, but people forget that at one point they were the runaway favorites. Till the last month of the season, everyone's they're collapsing, So I don't know.
That would be so wild. Like, I want it to happen.
Three
It would be
coaches
so-
in like 3 years.
and one of them, like, yeah, you make it to the championship. Like, nobody would have ever thought Duke. I can't say it. I can't
Ema
say his name.
Udoka.
Yeah, Udoka. Would be fired. Like, all that. Like, that last offseason or last summer, that was so crazy.
Yeah, literally.
I still can't believe they actually went with firing him. And then you get Joe Mazzulla, and this team's really talented, but also they've just looked worse this year. I think it'd be right. I think Nick Nurse to the Celtics should happen tonight. I think it should happen tonight, right after that last game.
No, I agree. So we got ourselves AT Sane, who's from Georgia. Yeah, no, they just hired him full time. That's what we're saying. It'd be shocking if they did that. That would be crazy. That's the whole thing. But like the Boston Celtics are the one team to be like, if they got a first round exits and they would just churn and they just be like, this isn't working out. It's just like
yeah, we need to go in a new direction. We're tired of this.
Yeah, you were a facade. Like, we realize you're just doing what Ema Udoka did, just not as good.
Can't win. It's a championship. Can't do it for us.
Exactly. All right. We'll touch on this one real quickly because no one really gives a fuck. But our team, the Denver Nuggets have advanced, and I'm glad we don't have fucking Jackson here who would just spend 5 minutes disparaging everything the Nuggets stand for and saying the Nuggets are a fake team. But what are your thoughts on the Nuggets gentlemen sweeping the Timberwolves heading into the next round of the playoffs? Are they the team to beat in the West?
I do. I think depth and talent wise, I think they're going to beat the Suns. And we can talk about that more, but the Nuggets, even they looked bad last night. Like Jokic, not the greatest. Michael Porter Jr. not great, but still got it done. Again, Anthony Edwards, man. Anthony Edwards. He's a dog. So
he almost took him back into this game.
Yeah.
Also, Michael Porter Jr. at first, in the first half, I thought he was going to have a way better game. I mean, he ended with 10 rebounds, which is surprising because he never grabs that many rebounds. But yeah, it's starting to become the Jamal Murray, like low key, like you're starting to have like little flashbacks of like of bubble Jamal. I'm not saying that he is bubble Jamal, but like Jamal's doing some things and they're fun.
I like Bubble Murray back. I think Bubble Murray back, book it, give I don't think the Nuggets for Suns will be a series. I think the Nuggets
I think they'd smack the Suns. 27 points a night Jamal Murray's averaging so far in 5 games in the playoffs. Bubble Murray is back.
If they don't make it to the conference finals this year, this is really depressing for Jokic. I think label him as a bust. Label the Nuggets as a terrible organization and sell the team.
Is the same thing being said though for Joel Embiid?
No, because
why? That's biased.
But it should. I think
it should be if you're saying that. Yeah,
I completely agree. I think both of them need to showcase something because the NBA is becoming more about the team. These players aren't caring about the MVP awards as much as they used to in the past. Like that's why you don't see the LeBrons and the KDs trying for that. They want to win chips.
Who's more important that advances to the Western Conference Finals or the NBA Finals this season? Nikola Jokic or Joel Embiid? Because Jokic has been to a Western Conference Finals already.
I would say Embiid because you don't know about Harden next year. Embiid is also just like the Eastern Conference. Like you might not have to play the Bucks. Like the Eastern Conference is so up in the air right now. Yeah, I would say Embiid.
All right, can we talk about the Milwaukee Bucks? I heard this, and this is from the other day, but the game's tonight. Oh, really? Right? Tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so
big action packs this is just a nightmare lineup tonight.
Yeah. Thankfully I don't work. So listen to this. Someone on the podcast I listened to put this out and saying that the Milwaukee Bucks look like the Milwaukee Bucks from the bubble when they got shooken, like when by the Heat, when the Heat originally shook them, and just they don't have an answer for Jimmy Butler, and like Giannis isn't guarding Jimmy Butler. Like they just don't, and it's like Giannis is kind of like shying away from it. It just kind of seems like the Bucks are lost. Like they're still trying to figure out what's happening.
Yeah, the Bucks are like Jackson trying to read a book.
Yeah.
They're just super lost. They don't know what they're doing. They're struggling through a couple chapters right now, figuring out some big words. They could still pull everything together.
Oh yeah,
because it's Giannis.
it's a little harder.
I don't. It's realistically, I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy Butler has another crazy game and they just shut down the Bucks tonight. But like,
if they shut down the Bucks, do you think they're your favorite to make it to the conference finals or the finals out the East? Because for me,
playoffs.
yes.
Yeah.
If you upset, and that's the other thing I was thinking about this in the car. Look, it's so hard because I'm like a LeBron fan, but I'm not a Lakers fan. But I want LeBron to win Ring 5, and I know this is like the best year for him to do it. And in my head, I'm like, damn, if they rematch Lakers Heat, I don't know who I'd be cheering for because I'd love Jimmy Butler to finally get a ring, but I also want LeBron to get number 5, and I can't screw up any chances LeBron gets. You know?
I feel the same way. Like Jimmy Butler grabbed my heart as a Chicago Bulls fan, and he still has it. But like I keep trying to talk myself out of it because it really looks like we could get a Lakers Heat finals matchup has been crazy. Yeah, that's so nutty to think, especially going in like the Heat were in the play-in game. Like think about that, and now they might actually.
They lost to the fucking Hawks.
They lost to the.
What's more
Hawks.
shocking? Wait, what if it's a Hawks Heat conference finals? You think society would cry?
Oh my god, the people would be like, cancel the play-in game. It doesn't count. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, dude, the NBA would be like, we have to do something about this. They're like,
yeah,
because weren't the Lakers a play-in team?
Yeah, but they would have made the playoffs. They were a 7th seed. I think the Heat and the Hawks both would have made the playoffs too, technically.
Yeah, I think they were both 7th and 8th. That's incredible. All right, let's hop over to some rumors right now. And first off, what are your thoughts on the two assholes who kept Paulo Banchero from winning unanimous MVP? I mean, Rookie of the Year.
Hilarious. I love the Walker Kessler story. He's deservingly.
Shut up. I tweeted saying that it sucks that two people decided to vote for their favorite rookie and not the best rookie. That's what I put a tweet out, and someone like tweeted back, "Cry," and I was like, "I did cry." My tears tasted like molasses, but like that's here nor there. But what I'm saying is the fact that so he supposedly got 98 out of 100 votes, and 2 of those votes went to Walker Kessler. And I know one of those votes came from the Utah Jazz beat writer. And probably the other one came from the guy who works for like the Salt Lake City Tribune. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
You got to be a sad piece of shit to do that. Like that's hacking into someone's FIFA account bad and selling all their players and opening all their packs. Like that's just
like you would know.
Scumbag.
You would know. Yeah, you would know that scumbag. you know that feeling. Okay,
but
Nick?
There's no reason to do it. Like Paulo was clearly like if you wanted to create a case for Walker Kessler, he didn't really do it well at all. What was like wasn't it a player efficiency rating or something about Walker Kessler?
Yeah, I think it was something like that.
It's just, come on, man. Paulo is the Rookie of the Year. We clearly saw that. Did it like.
It's like not giving Steph Curry the MVP award in 2015 or whatever when he won unanimously.
Yeah, you're just being a dick to be a dick. I bet this guy just writes for the Utah Jazz. He loves basketball. But he just specifically loves Utah Jazz basketball, and maybe
Yeah, and he was
maybe,
like, "Fuck."
maybe watch the
I
rest of
just,
the NBA.
I'm pretty sure there's never been a unanimous Rookie of the Year, and I just thought it was really cool that Paulo Banchero had the opportunity because it was pretty obvious. Like this was one of the few years where it was an open and closed case of Rookie of the Year from day one to day like 0 or whatever you
Yeah.
want to say. Like,
And out of everyone, Walker Kessler, like really, like out of
J
everybody,
Dub, I would have
yeah,
made sense, but Walker Kessler was the guy who got the votes. I'm pretty sure.
yeah. So rip Paulo.
Yeah, I just thought that was bullshit. It kind of pissed me off. Like just because even if I was a beat writer, like if I wrote for the Miami Heat, I wouldn't put down Nikola Jovic. Okay, or, I'm not going to put down some fucking Heat rookie. I'm going to put down like I take my job serious and vote for the best rookie in the league because these awards are for the league, not for the
Yeah.
Jazz.
I really don't get people who work in sports who have bias, but don't openly state it or like actually rank or do awards with bias. It blows my mind. Like I look at the game, like try to keep your emotions out of like what you see. Simple as that.
I agree. First off, we got ourselves, or next off, Ty Lue not getting fired. What are your thoughts?
I thought he coached them well this series, like with what the Clippers had, PG being out. I like it. I don't think Ty Lue's a problem. I think he's a great head coach, personally.
No, I agree, and I think it's definitely when you look at this situation, this is a team that Ty Lue don't think he's the problem. All right, I think the problem more so is the roster construction. And I'm scared. All right, so Lue has gone 133 and 130 in the regular season in 3 seasons, 11 and 13 in the playoffs, and he's dealt with injuries his whole entire run. I personally think the biggest question is though, because I always forget that the Cavaliers kept Ty Lue post LeBron James, and Ty Lue had to step away from coaching basketball because they got so bad that like I think he had a mental health crisis again.
I would coaching that team. That team was horrible. Holy cow.
No, but you remember 2 years prior, like LeBron's last year, Ty Lue had to take a leave of absence because he said he developed crippling anxiety.
Oh my God. Yes. The LeBron shifted him away. He said, "Hey, I need to just play basketball for a month."
Yeah. And yeah, Ty Lue came out saying that he couldn't eat, he couldn't sleep, that he was saying he would like collapse in his house from debilitating anxiety. Like supposedly is like actually like life-altering anxiety coaching LeBron James and the Cavaliers, saying that everything was championship or bust. And like he was spending like his whole life trying to figure out how to make the Cavaliers work, which I feel terrible for because like those last few rosters were really bad and they really set Ty Lue up for failure. Like they had this man looking at a circle holes with a square peg and being like,
Literally. And
this
he's like, I
man
gotta face KD and the Warriors. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, and they're like, and he's got fucking Jordan Clarkson, Isaiah Thomas, or whatever. George Hill. What was that last team? Jay Crowder. They traded Jay Crowder. That team was bad. They traded Jake.
J.R. Smith with the Hennis like pointing the other way. Was that the last time the Cavs were in the finals?
It's 2018, right?
I think yeah. It was J.R. Smith, and he's like, it was the final.
George Hill's
possession.
on that team. George Hill's on that team, right?
I think so. All those Cavs players get so that 2018 run was like depressing. That finals was depressing because I think there was hope. They almost won that first game or second game.
No, that was a full-on sweep. Yeah. Are you ready? You won't believe who was on this team. The first name I'm about to read you on this team.
Oh God.
Jose Calderon.
What? No.
Yeah. Jose Calderon was on that team, dude. Like you didn't know that?
There's no way. There's not. Wow. Okay.
Yeah, okay. You will not expect this team. This team should not have gone to the NBA Finals. Are you ready?
Yep.
All right, God forbid. First off, Jose Calderon, Jordan Clarkson, Jeff Green, George Hill, John Holland. I do want to figure out what's going on with John Holland. Rodney Hood. You remember Rodney fucking Hood?
Yes, Rodney fucking Hood.
LeBron
Oh my-
James, Kyle Korver, Kevin Love, Larry Nance Jr., Chetty Osman, Kendrick Perkins. All right, London Perrance, or whatever. J.R. Smith, Tristan Thompson, Okaro White, and Ante Zizic. Went up against Jordan Bell. Chris Boucher was on a two-way for this team.
Oh,
Quinn Cook, Steph Curry, Kevin
Age.
Durant, Draymond Green, Damian Jones, Andre Iguodala, Sean Livingston, Kevon Looney, Patrick McCaw, JaVale McGee, Zaza Pachulia, Klay Thompson. David West was still on this team. So was Nick Young.
golly. Is Nance Jr. dead? Just not alive anymore? Does he play
Yeah,
basketball?
he just plays off the bench for the Pelicans. He averaged 21 minutes a night last year.
Okay. I
Good.
completely forgot he existed. That's a team.
That was
CD
a
Osman.
yeah, Jetty Osman.
Jetty.
It's Jetty. Yeah. Sorry. At least you're not like Jackson's when I teach him how to correctly say a name. He just responds with it just as bad, just how he said it before. Like he would be saying CD Osman. I'll be like, it's Jetty. He'd be like, yeah, CD. I'll be like, it's Jetty. He'd be like, yeah, CD Osman. Like full on aware.
Oh my god. That's like my mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's tough. Words are tough for Jackson.
Jetty is how it's said because he's Turkish and the C. It sounds like
Yeah.
Jedi, but like Jetty.
That makes so much more sense. I don't know why I thought it was C. I feel like I've heard people say C.
Well, the commentators, it sounds like they're saying Chetty, kind of.
Oh,
So you get but it's actually a Jetty.
Jetty Osman.
Jetty, Jetty Osman. Because the commentators make it sound like Chetty, but it's Jetty. Yeah, a little
Superstar stud right there.
I feel like someone will pick him up. I think he's expiring this offseason.
I think so. I'm not sure.
Whoa. Okay, before we play Pirtle, we kind of have a weird story. This is like us maybe poking at straws. But Kevin Durant wants to keep details of relationship with Kyrie Irving internal. Quote, I wouldn't say it was a problem. And you remember something we brought up yesterday that we found weird? James Harden, Goran Dragic, who else came out and said, there's a few other guys said that the Brooklyn Nets it was a wild, crazy situation. But ever since Kyrie and Kevin Durant have been traded, Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, and all the current players, Spencer Dinwiddie and shit, have praised the situation and praised the culture and environment. And the people who played before Kyrie and Kevin Durant, like D'Angelo Russell and shit, also say how much they loved Brooklyn. So was this on the show where I was speculating that what if the problem? This might have been with my friend Luke. That what if the problem was in Brooklyn, Kyrie, especially with the fact that he missed 50 games the year before for not getting vaccinated, and we all know supposedly inside that locker room people were getting fed up. They were like, "Dude, we don't give a fuck about your political views or anything. Just this is you being selfish at this point." What are your thoughts on this quote?
Kyrie being the problem, the doesn't sound crazy to me. It sounds like shit's going down. Like what Katie says, oh, I wouldn't consider it as a problem, is exactly what you would say if there was a problem. If there was a problem and you didn't want to talk about it, or normally the shit that's really serious, they I feel like some serious shit went down. Probably maybe due to the vaccine stuff, maybe even just due to Kyrie's comments from time to time. And he just seems like a weird dude.
So this is weird. So when asked by Logan Murdoch of The Ringer about what went wrong with the Brooklyn Nets, Kevin Durant said that it would be up to James Harden and Kyrie Irving to explain it. Durant signed an extension in the 21 offseason and expected Harden and Irving to follow suit before the start of the 22-23 season. But both players eventually asked for trades from the Nets. Quote, you got to ask them, to be honest. My job is to play, and I think I did that. Rehab, a lot of stuff was out of my control that I can't speak on, to be honest. But I just thought we didn't play enough minutes together, that's all. Durant was also asked about his relationship with Irving stands now. Quote, that's something I'm going to keep internal. I don't want to expose our relationship. I think that's deeper than basketball. But I wouldn't say it was a problem. I didn't think it was a problem. It's so weirdly worded, right?
Yeah.
Are we overreading that?
No, because
Because Rocket says it's locker room cancer or something. Like,
there's got to be beef. There's some type of beef. Maybe not like personal.
I think the falling out was the beef. I think how Brooklyn ended was the beef.
Yeah.
Because I low-key think because the Phoenix Suns wanted to trade for both Kevin Durant and Kyrie. And supposedly they weren't able to, but the package we've heard they've offered wasn't that bad. And my thoughts are, what if Kevin Durant told the Suns no? Like he just said, don't trade for Kyrie. Because the whole thing was, it was Mikal, Cam Johnson, and Chris Paul for Kyrie and Kevin Durant. That was the package they offered.
Wouldn't be surprised.
And Kate was like, nah, don't. Just told them, nah.
Yeah.
Just take me.
I think Kyrie's maybe like something's great player, but something's wrong there. Like, I don't know, something's going on. Like maybe
like does he have a? Lost my fucking headphone. Does Kyrie have a screw loose, or is he mentally ill and he needs prescription, or is he just a free spirit and he's trying to be a hipster?
I think it's a little bit of. I think I'll argue for Jackson. It's his opinions and he's not mentally ill. So fuck you. And
I didn't mean mentally ill. I meant more like bipolar.
Yeah,
or like
I wouldn't be surprised if he's dealt with that. The whole vaccine stuff like hurt his. Maybe he got really serious depression.
Yeah,
from not playing basketball as well. Shit gets. It's a lot because it's something that he stood up and believed in. Like he didn't want to get vaccinated, and like then he couldn't do the profession he loves. So.
Oh no, I agree. No, he's just living life. Let it be. No, I agree.
Yeah.
I was just saying. I was more asking if Kyrie has like diagnosed or like known, because Brandon Marshall, you remember him? He had borderline personality disorder.
Yeah.
And then of course Kanye has bipolar. I know Johnny Manziel was bipolar. So, here, Rocket News says May Katie had a private talk with Suns organization, told him let's do a package for Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges for Katie. Also, we all know that Kevin Durant also like has had a good relationship with the Brooklyn Nets, and he kind of like told the Brooklyn Nets that he would do the best deal for them. It's just like, you guys, isn't that weird?
That's so funny. That's so funny that you can tell. No, guys, I got you. I'll handle the contract negotiations. We'll get something done. Like,
you don't believe he was?
No, I could definitely see KD doing that. Like, that's like the most KD thing ever.
KD's such a nice guy.
Yeah.
She the real MVP.
Who is this?
Some white guy. Oh, this is Domantas Sabonis. That was close.
West 20.
Wait, is this Kyle Anderson?
Oh my God, yeah.
Dude, also, Kyle
I thought he was balding with the little white there. Like he has a little.
Have you seen this?
No.
Dude, Kyle Anderson is 1/8 Chinese.
Really?
Yeah. Kyle Anderson was born in New York City, spent most of his early life in New Jersey, and a deeper dive in his family history shows his Chinese roots. Look at his family tree. Anderson's grandmother on his mother's side had a Chinese father. That makes him 1/8 Chinese. So this is like his family picture. Clearly, like Asian people next to him. Like this is his mom and dad. His mom, I mean.
Is he playing for Team China?
Yeah, he's playing for China this offseason.
Oh no way.
Yeah,
Wait,
he's
I
on
think I
track.
might have okay.
He's on track to
Yes.
being naturalized for China at the FIBA World Basketball Cup.
Wow.
Anderson, whose maternal grandmother was born to a Chinese man in Jamaica, fits Yao Ming's strict criteria for naturalization. Former national team player, Chimp believes will be an instant upgrade. So, oh yeah, I forgot Yao Ming. Yeah, they must have to. China was one of those countries that they only allow people to naturalize if they have blood relations to China. So Anderson fits the bill because the Chinese Basketball Association's president is former NBA legend Yao Ming.
Damn. Big pickup for Team China. Watch out for them.
Yeah. It's all
Big
about art.
pickup.
Yeah, isn't that wild? All right. That's today's show. A little short one because I fucking somehow overslept.
We all need our sleep. Sleep is the most important thing you can do.
I went to sleep in my work shirt from last night. Thank God it was a wrinkle free.
Now you can get up and you're ready for the day.
I know.
You don't
I
need
mean,
to
I'm
change.
butt ass naked underneath this. In terms of like, if I lowered this camera, this would become NSFW.
Maybe we can get get it on OnlyFans.
Yeah, let me put on some like banana hammock.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'll do like a dance, and my dick will like dance this way, then we'll turn this way, and it'll just be like thrust forwards, like don't mess with the Zohan.
Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. And then
You ever
do
watch
some
that
NBA
movie?
talk. I've not.
You've not seen Don't Mess with the Zohans?
I've not.
What do you do with your life?
Not good things if I'm not watching Don't Mess with the Zohans.
Yeah, you don't mess with the Zohan. You've never seen that movie? It's like an Adam
I don't
Sandler
think so.
movie where
Wait.
he's so Adam Sandler is a special force operative for the
No, I
Jew-
haven't seen this.
for the Jewish army, and he gets excommunicated and exiled to America, and he becomes a hairstylist. And he's like a sex addict, and he's a former special operative for the Hebrew, like the Jews. And
I'm gonna watch this.
yeah, you have to. It's so good. It's so good. He's like,
I love Adam Sandler. He's the best.
you know, you shouldn't jump around when this nice woman is holding a sharp pair of scissors. If you move, she could slip and slice your jugular vein on accident, and there's no way to stitch the jugular. All your blood will be on the floor in 4 minutes. I've seen this. I've done this. You don't want this.
I'm excited. Fuck. I love Adam Sandler movies.
I'm glad
I'll give you a rating on it once I get to watching it.
At least you're not like Jackson, who says he watches a movie and he won't watch it. So I'll test you tomorrow.
I'm gonna watch this 1000%.
All right. I'll talk to you tomorrow, dude.
See ya.
Cheers.